When he went to go fight against Kui, who was talking mad shit, he was like, oh, I promise you, you ain't on my level.
He was like, yo, Frieza told me come get you. I'm coming to get you. You know I'm stronger than you. Use your scouter. You can clearly see it.
He charged up, and at that time, Zarbon picked up that Vegeta was at 22,000. Then his scouter broke when Vegeta was at 24. So we don't know where Vegeta's really at. Kui was like, bro, I did not know you're just strong. He said, let me just be your friend.
We can work together. We both know each other's powers. We make the perfect team against Frieza.
He said, Kui, you make a good bargain. Kui just shot a beam. Right? He's like, I killed a fucking parrot.
Vegeta just sidestepped that shit, basically.
He was like, you know I'm right here. He was like, oh! Hit this in the air and turned him to 4th of July. Blew this bitch ass up.
2 hours later.
Vegeta takes full advantage of the fact that Dodoria is not around Frieza and does his infamous from left field kick to the face.
Yeah, because he was just flying. He's like, all right, let me go back to Frieza because he just yelled my name. He didn't give an order. I'm nervous. So let me fly back to him. Kick that into some water. Vegeta was just like, oh, washing off. All right, man, let's just fight.
You've been hiding behind Frieza's power your whole life. I've been in the front lines going through war, and I am way stronger than you now.
You ain't shit, man. He's like, I ain't shit. He swung up on Vegeta. Vegeta caught that arm, flipped behind him, put this in a mean submission, and interrogated him. He said, speak. I didn't brush my teeth this morning. I never had a grandmother. My mom looked just like me. He was like, no, talk about the Dragon Balls.
I think I may have a thing for Zarbon. I don't know what's happening right now.
He said, bro, shut the fuck up. He was like, I don't know shit about the Dragon Balls. Well, I guess you useless. He said, wait. Do you know that your planet didn't blow up from a meteorite? Frieza blew it up? Said, why the fuck would he do that? He was like, Frieza was getting scared of y'all. He knew that the Saiyans were such the perfect race to use for conquering.
Every time y'all fought, y'all came back stronger, and that shit was starting to become a problem.
And then this Dodoria dumb as a bitch because you know you're gonna lose to Vegeta. Why are you talking shit still? He was like, he defeated all of y'all with just a flick of his finger.
Pissing Vegeta off. You see that vein popping up on the side of his head.
You gonna let me go? Dodoria. You knew I won't gonna let you go.
Hall's ass starts screaming Frieza's name.
Bro, that was so funny. Frieza! Give him this. Blew this up in the air.
A few moments later.
Vegeta's just like, is Zarbon alone?
These are just making it so easy for me today.
He was like, happy birthday, Prince of Saiyans. Vegeta didn't even meet Zarbon cordially. He flew into him.
And the fight broke out.
In the top of the morning, pretty boy. So they start thumping. Vegeta is beating the shit out of him. And then Zarbon was like, oh, you think you're gonna truck through me?
You must not have heard about the anatomy of my species. Let me give you a brief biology lesson.
You know the phrase, beauty's only skin deep. Now it's time to turn to the beast. I was like, oh my gosh. Flew into this with a flying knee, slapped this in the face, grabbed him by the foot, slammed him on the ground, and then proceed to headbutt him so much he put a hole in his skull. As soon as he knocked Vegeta away after that shit, what did he fucking start the shit off with? A flying knee to the stomach like Jorge Masvidal. The fight was so one-sided, they had to go to a different scene.
They went back to Krillin, Gohan, Bulma, and then they eat lunch.
Yeah, they was like, man, I wonder if shit's really up out there. The only time he didn't go for a flying knee to start off his attack, he did a clothesline of Vegeta, put this in the cross-faced chicken wing, and he was just like, you want to see how Lord Frieza keep his loyalty with us? What? I was like, get off of me! He let go and gets up some more, gets knocked down, and in the middle of his descent gets grabbed, and you see Vegeta like, no, bruh. Slammed this so hard into the ground that water came over it and they named it Lake Vegeta. So then Zarbon was just like, yep, that dead, because even if he make it through that shit, it's water, he gonna drown. So let me go back to Lord Frieza. Flew off. Zarbon was like, hey, Lord Frieza, I defeated Vegeta. He said, did you check his pulse? No. Did you see the body? No, but he's underwater.
Did you ask him a single question?
No.
Why are you here?
Oh, Lord Frieza. He knew he was about to die. Yeah. Thank the Lord that this stupid ass came with worse news.
Yeah, so I pulled up on a village of destroyed Namekians. They said a Saiyan came and destroyed their whole village.
And then the elder who was protecting it was low crawling on the ground trying to grab the Dragon Ball. I killed him and flew here. He said, you killed the only witness. You don't even realize you standing in that doorway and you need to be in witness protection. What, Frieza? I was like, yo. And he said, Zarbon, don't fail me again.
Or you'll have a worse fate than this who has no name.
He was like, I'll go find Vegeta. When he flew off, Vegeta was in the water. It was a pink bird. Vegeta grabbed that shit by the legs. This ate a meal underwater and didn't drown.
Zarbon pulls up on him like, thank God this still got a pulse.
All right, let me take this to Frieza's ship, put him in the healing chamber, heal him up so I can torture him. That's the dumbest shit I ever heard.
And Vegeta was in his mind like, hey Zarbon, remember that biology lesson? You gonna learn about it in a couple hours.
2 hours later.
And one of the smartest chess moves Vegeta has produced in this show, pretended, broke out of the fucking healing tank, and made them all think that he had left the ship, when in reality, he was still there and just wanted all of them to run to one spot so he could run to where the Dragon Balls were.
I laughed hard as a bitch on this one part when Frieza was like, Zarbon, go and find him. He was like, okay. He flew out, right? Vegeta hit in the corner. He was just like, got these niggas. Now I'm about to let go of these Dragon Balls. Soon as Frieza realized what happened, Zarbon knew that Frieza was about to take off on his ass. He already flew out.
Yes.
Zarbon was like, I don't want to get yelled at. He slapped his tail on the ground. He was already fighting Vegeta. I was like, bruh, scared as a bitch.
And then, as they were all still distracted, did the smartest thing. He didn't fly away. He swam away. That's smart as shit.
He was just like, they're looking for a Saiyan prince. I'm about to go in this water and turn to a turtle.
About to be the prince of the seas.
Like,
About to be
okay.
Aqualad.
Meanwhile,
Gohan was just like, bro, I'm getting tired of just being around this bitch. She always complained, hey, let me get that Dragon Ball radar and then let me just be productive. So the one that he ended up picking up was the one that Vegeta threw in the water after he destroyed that Namekian village. Now we're gonna be fine. Who the f is flying to me right now? Vegeta! This hide behind the smallest rock. And this Vegeta picked up, he was like, nah, somebody was around this bitch. I'm about to air this bitch out. This nigga said, Big Bang, Gallic Gun, Special Beam, can't wait! Wait!
Special beam.
He was like, what the move was you about to do, bruh? I'm down here. So he goes down, he was like, oh, it's a little Saiyan. Me, you, your dad,
We're like family.
we're like brothers. Bro, what the is that big ass thing in your hand? He said, it's a Game Boy. Who you calling boy? He said, no, it's a Game Boy. I'm not calling you boy. Oh, don't be scared, Tum Tum. It's Gohan. Shut the fuck up. Need this, like, bruh. That's a horrible way to hit a child. He said, dumbass, never let me get close. Flew off.
As Krillin is flying back, full power flying, Vegeta picks up on the fact that it's Krillin with the Dragon Ball. He's like, that's the last fucking Dragon Ball I needed.
That said, ding dong. You know, we're not here.
And right as that happened, Zarbon pulls up behind him because Vegeta, being as reckless as Krillin was also flying full power. And Zarbon saw his chemtrail, followed behind him. So 2 of the biggest threats on the planet show up at your front door. Terrifying as
That's just like if FedEx and UPS shows up
and start brawling.
same day delivery. And honestly, at one point, it did kind of look like Zarbon was close. And then this Krillin always thinking,
It's like, yo,
we need to run.
opportunity. These 2 are full-blown brawling.
She was like, no, this fine. Don't say me. Shut up, bitch. Grabbed her hand, started running. Vegeta in mid-fight shot a beam and said, I'm paying attention to you. Don't do that shit. He was like, well, you got an extra seat, Boma? Let's just watch.
Then Vegeta was like, why you still bullshitting? You couldn't handle me the first fight in this form. Go ahead and get ugly. Zarbon, being stubborn at first, he was like, I'm not doing that. I can take you as is. Then he had a vision of Frieza. He was like, Zarbon, you have an hour. He was like, nope, it's already been 47 minutes. Gotta transform. For a while, they are going back and forth.
Vegeta was like, man, you don't even realize that you caused your own demise. When you healed me, I got stronger than you, dumbass.
Exactly. There's a reason why Frieza was scared of our whole race. You know, it's so crazy. As Vegeta has his fists in Zarbon's guts, Zarbon is like, we can take Frieza together. What do you think you're gonna do at this point? There is no we're taking anything at this point. You're dead. He walked to Krillin like, so where were we?
You rang the doorbell.
He's like, you can give me the Dragon Ball or I can torture the blue-haired bitch. What you want to do?
I'm gonna hold this Dragon Ball. This bitch deserves it.
This bitch. She was only good for navigating us here and we don't even have a ship anymore.
What happened after that?
He gave him the ball, Vegeta flew off.
And then they were just like, bro, we just lost the Dragon Ball, bro. We ain't got no hope. And Gohan pulled up with the Dragon Ball. They was like, how'd you get that? If I'm being real, bro, had the fucking Dragon Ball. Who pulled up on me? Vegeta got scared, flew away, brought the bitch here. He said, that actually happened?
More or less.
He said, I looked at Vegeta and I was like, bitch. He's like, you did that.
Sure did. So we should probably go. Vegeta went to go get the one that Gohan stole and realized quickly Gohan stole that shit.
And out of nowhere, you just see the water bubbling. That is pissed off.
Supercharged back to the spot and then more there no more.
3 days later.
This Vegeta, Gohan, and Krillin show up at the other Dragon Balls, right? He's running. He dropped the 6th one by the other 5, and then he's just sitting there holding it. He said, bro, stop bullshitting. I'm like, let's do this shit now. He was like, I don't know, bro. This is stupid if we give you, like, immortality. He was like, nah, give me, like, 5 seconds to think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, drop. This Vegeta was just like, okay. Y'all think that y'all gonna just get what y'all want? Y'all ain't getting shit. Birder moved so fast that he flew, retrieved it, landed back on the ground the same time as Vegeta, and Vegeta didn't turn around and look at him yet. Break the last one, Krillin. Krillin went straight forward, and then it was gone.
And it was in Gildo's hand.
Nasty ass hand.
Vegeta, Gohan, and Krillin are trying to like, all right, so what's our battle strategy? The Ginyu Force is rock, paper, and scissors to see who's gonna torture them first.
And they were just like, all right, bro. Gildo won. So now he get to fight against Krillin and Gohan. Krillin said, Gohan, turn up the heat. That charge shit did look hard.
It really did. That shit had Gildo shaking a little bit.
Even the other people who had the scouters, it was like, oh shit, these are actually decent. I ain't gonna even lie, the first plan they did was hard because they both shot a beam at the same time, and then when the beam got close, they teleported there, so you thinking they're still behind that beam.
Unfortunately, Gildo can freeze time.
Damn, them beams almost hit me. He was
And
like,
then
all
you
right.
look up, see a blur of them niggas like, damn them fast.
He said, they quick as a bitch. What the fuck is they? Them right there. I'm like, oh shit. So then they keep trying to fuck up Gildo, and Gildo is doing everything he can to fucking get away from these. He shot a beam on him while he was on the ground. This commando rolled from that bitch. These did what Vegeta told him not to do, not flying head first.
Soon as they did that, mind bend, froze him in place.
He flew up to Gohan. He was like, yeah, now you stuck. You can't move. What you say about my mama? Raccoon like, oh, he doing that same shit, saying they talk about his mama. Everything got quiet. It was like, hey, Raccoon, on a slow night? No. How about a raccoon night? It's the same word. You wouldn't smash his mama on a slow night. Hell no, the bitch look just like him. No, I ain't gonna do that. I'm about to show you my second strongest technique. Pebble throw. He was like, oh, stop doing this shit. This pulled a tree out the ground.
Y'all are about to get the meanest splinters in history.
Then he threw that shit straight at Krillin's dome. And then like right when it was like close to Krillin's face, off with your head. Took that shit clean off. And it was like, good job, Vegeta. I really didn't give a fuck about saving y'all. Our best chance of survival was all 3 of us being alive. Raccoon was like, my turn. Vegeta was just like, I'm about to violently power up. And then as soon as he charged up, flew at that Raccoon, punched him in his shit, broke the scouter off his face.
Came back at him, broke through his armor.
Punched his away, and then he was like, say goodbye. Ah! Gohan was like, yeah, we got another one. Krillin was like, yeah, you did it, Vegeta. They was like, oh, I sent something. That settles this pose. This nigga said, hi. I was like, what? This nigga Raccoon, bro. I thought that shit was so hard.
This is about to be a tragedy.
Oh my gosh, Raccoon beat the shit out of this nigga.
He beat his ass.
He hit Vegeta into the water. And then he was just like, you washed off enough, Vegeta? Vegeta flew up into Raccoon's stomach.
Raccoon dumbass was acting. Damn, you got me good, Vegeta. Psych. I missed you, by the way, buddy. As he's about to power drive the fuck out of him.
Cause this Vegeta was like, no! I was like, facts, dog. You about to be different after this. Bruh. Then picked a Vegeta. It's so funny. If you listen to that part very closely, when he shot him in his face and Raccoon was flying back, you hear Raccoon say, ow. I was like, shut the fuck up. And then it was like, they killed him. I was like, he said, ow, he's alive. Vegeta just like, nope, man, I don't even know what to do. He was like, okay, since I'm done with you, I'm about to erase you. Krillin was just like, hey, bro, we got to get in here, man.
Like, we're going to die anyway. We might as well die fighting.
Krillin goes to fly to go to Raccoon. Gohan barely gets to Vegeta
to save him.
And while he was shooting his beam, Krillin hit him in his head to make him bite down on his beam. And Vegeta was just like, you stupid. Nope.
If you had real strategy, both of y'all would have went after him. That was y'all's chance to get rid of one of the most powerful members of the Ginyu Force. And you see Raccoon smiling through the holes in his teeth.
He said, I would be mad, but I never could do this.
Proceeds to spin kick Krillin's face off.
Oh my gracious, bruh.
And Raccoon was like, my form must be off. Normally when I do that, niggas' heads fly off. Gohan went to Krillin was like, are you all right?
He was like, come on, Krillin, talk to me. Talk to me. He said, what on his knee? Operation. He was like, Krillin, get it together. I wonder if Namek sea moss is better for your body. I was like, bruh, he gone. Gohan thinking he that.
We powered up first, and everybody's like, oh, this kid's got potential. I wish I had fought him instead of Raccoon. He kicked him in the face, tried to throw a punch at him. Raccoon caught the punch while giggling through the kick on his face.
And then did a spinning throw.
He fucked Gohan up.
Oh my gosh, bro. I have
Gohan
way
during that
more
fight.
respect for Gohan after that ass whooping he took from Raccoon.
He got hit harder than Krillin did and kept getting up.
And then he even got a couple effective punches, like, because he had that combo going on. I felt so bad for him because he did a strong Maseko and he literally blew
it
that
away.
shit. And then he went back at Gohan. I'm like, damn. He said, this is what Gildo should have been doing.
He ran at Raccoon like, I'm gonna win no matter what I have to, my friends.
Then it's so bad because they gave Raccoon a slow motion laugh. He said, and I really felt bad for that. And he was like, look, he's twitching. Who's next? I was
And
like,
then they noticed something.
it was like, oh, it looked like some Namekians came back from vacation.
Until that pod opens. They're like, what the nope is that?
This pulled up, he was just like, damn, that's a big ass power level. Damn, that's another big ass power level. But
Why don't I feel Gohan?
he's about to die? Instead of him just flying regularly, he did KO Ken to get there.
When Raccoon looks off to the side and is like, what the fuck is that? You see a red dot, and in a second,
He's here.
he's here, landing on the ground like, God damn, he moved.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, you dealing with somebody with a broken neck, do not do that shit like how Goku did.
You just toss his head to the side.
He said, Gohan! Look at me, son! I was like, what the fuck is wrong with him?
Daddy's here.
Like,
They was
yeah.
like, what the fuck did he just do? Raccoon, you killed him, right? I felt his neck crunch on my toes. Yes.
He was like, bro, he just touched him and he had power. What the fuck is going on? We fighting Jesus? And he just walks casually over to Krillin. And he was like, he did that shit again. He just touched him and he's like, up. Krillin trying to tell him all. He was like, yeah, we had to fight. We seen villages of dynamics. Goku just looking at him. I really want to touch his head. He said, Goku, let me see. Shh, 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 shh. Goku, this is weird. He said, what are you doing? Who's I just read my mind. Don't do that dumbass shit no more. Get your hand off my shit. He was like, all right, I know what's going on. We good. Vegeta, catch. They was like, you giving him a sensu bean, bruh. Raccoon was smart. He was like, shit, I was trying to get that bitch.
That shit went through the hole in his teeth.
He was like, what the fuck? He said, eat it. He was like, I do not usually take candy from strangers.
Even Gohan was like, yo, Pops.
How the voice actor did it? He said, Dad, why you do that? I cried on that part. He said, look at Vegeta.
English, mother. Nope. Do you speak it?
Vegeta took that shit and had a mean Zenkai
Bro, this got so swole, he lost his neck. He said, oh, my chest. He said, what did you give me, Kakarot? The gains.
All right, y'all. So, I'm gonna go handle business now. Are you sure? There are 3 of them. Nah, I got it. Before he touched Raccoon, he said, this your one chance to take this opportunity, run with it. You have your ass out. You're not winning this fight.
He said, yeah. I was like, bro,
Then
Raccoon.
teleported past him and went to Berta and Jason was like, I'm giving y'all the opportunity as well.
Where the he come from?
They swung at him. He stepped past them and went back to Raccoon and was like, last chance.
Last chance for what? Me to do my most strongest attack. I was like, bro, your strongest attack was you getting hit. That's crazy work.
Vegeta was like, bruh, what the f is he?
This made him swallow that bean. This nigga had key indigestion. Then this Jason Berger was just like, let's stun on this.
They started playing Ring Around the Rosie around that.
Like they was just like universally bucking at that for real. Real shit. It was flying up. What? Oh shit, he ain't moving. Jace had the nuts to fly in front of Goku, and he was just like, "You think you're tough? We're getting you for." Why the f you gonna go straight into a face, hands down, and just be like, "This to set our rep." Goku finally just was like, all right, I'm gonna let these get close.
This blocked their attacks and then just flex and flex them away. A flex in the gust from his flex creates a tornado.
And Berter ain't shit. He was like, hey, let's pack this up, Jace. He was like, hell yeah. You
go first.
You go first. Hey, shoot your volleyball attack. And then when he moves, I'm gonna fight them. He was like, okay. All right. And he smacked that bitch to Berter. Went to go to attack Goku. And he hit him so hard, it kicked him in his back and elbowed him down. This flying way too fast to the earth. He was gonna die. And then Goku aggressively caught him. Think about the whooplash he felt. And Jace was just like, oh, you think you tough, huh? I'm calling my daddy. Goku was like, that's a terrible friend. He was like, bro, they still alive.
They're gonna walk from there for a while, but they'll be all right.
Out of nowhere, Vegeta just leg dropped this burn her on the throat. He's like, Vegeta, what are you doing? Cleaning up the trash. Big Bang Attack killed Raccoon. He said, you don't know how to be merciful. That said, you.
A few moments later.
They're just talking shit. Again, you and Jace pull back up. It's like, I bought my daddy. Ew.
Why does he have veins in his head? He must have got a lot on his mind. He's a Krillin Gohan. I'm gonna need you to go get them balls.
What do you mean by that?
Dragon Balls, okay. Dragon Balls, all right.
Goku, please clarify for next time.
Me and Vegeta? Shoot, we about to duff these off right now. Ain't that right, Vegeta? Vegeta?
This mother.
Nope.
I was like, Vegeta, we trusted you. We gave you a Sensu. You a Z fighter now. We don't ever get like fighting scenes like that no more. Like back and forths.
Not at all. It's either completely one-sided or completely one-sided.
Like that was just a beautiful back and forth because I'm going. And then it's so funny because you kind of got the misconception that, you know, because it was at one point when he was fighting with Ginyu and then Jay shot a beam at him. Goku dodged that shit and this put Goku, Captain Ginyu put Goku in a full Nelson. He said, this strong, but let me go. This Ginyu just looking, not saying anything. And so you kind of get the misconception that Captain Ginyu was an honorable warrior because he just let him go. Nah, I just like beating on weak. So I was like, bro, that's crazy.
He shot a beam at Jay, said, you ever do that shit again.
It's only one way for you to get back in my good graces. Pose. All right, we kind of dragging this little fight off a little bit. I know you holding your power back. Get to your fucking maximum and then see what we can do. He started charging up and planets lit up.
Space is an empty void and he shook it.
That's terrifying.
That's absolutely crazy.
I'm 125,000 power level. We good. 60 and climbing. He said, well, I kind of guessed this nigga was like 75,000. 80 and climbing. Oh, whew.
It still ain't up there with me though.
100,000. Okay. Ooh, that's close. 125,000, Captain. Fuck! Flew to the water. I was like, Goku's like, what's wrong with him? I don't know. Ah! Captain Ginyu flew in water, came out of hard rock. He was like, what the fuck is this doing? Jace, move! Rock smash!
Chase, did it kill him?
No, it didn't even pass his aura. He said, who is this guy? Isn't he saying, what is your name? He said, I am Phoenix. I was like, oh my God.
No wonder he knows telekinesis.
Ginyu sitting here like going a little crazy. Jake's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? He was like, bro, you good? Actually, I'm real good. Take my scouter. I'm gonna need it in a minute. He was like, you gonna, oh, I know what you doing. Charged up his fist for an episode and a half. Punches himself in the chest. He said, what the fuck is wrong with this?
And then he stood there and watched him shoot a beam out his mouth into his mouth.
What is he doing? Oh!
I'm like, bro, you have dodged and evaded everything up until this point, and you let him shoot a beam in your mouth.
Goku's an eater.
Then Goku's like, why do I feel a pain in my chest? Looks down, like, I'm purple!
Why is it me over there, not me? Then this just dropped out the sky. It died on that
I was like, Ginyu, how hard did you hit yourself?
Meanwhile.
From the time he got to Frieza's ship, killed all the henchmen there, took a shower, dried his clothes, blow dried his hair, brushed his teeth, clipped his toenails before Gohan and Krillin made it back there.
Yeah, he was up in the bathroom. He said, put the pounds in the trash can for G to do the dishes. Nobody for my kitchen.
Who's that approaching?
Then he seen it was Krillin and Gohan. He was just like, I'm gonna let them summon the dragon and then just take the wish.
And then slowly realized that these are idiots and forgot that Goku literally told them you had to have a password. They was like, all right, Shenron.
Gohan like, yeah.
Why ain't nothing happening?
Yeah, the sky didn't change. In the midst of them doing this dumb shit, Goku Ginyu pulled up with Jace.
Krillin was like, oh shit, it's Goku. Didn't pay attention to the fact that one, he has a scouter on. Two, he's with Jace.
He's a Goku, you and reforming bad guys, man. Look at you. So he a Z-Warrior now, right? Am I gonna have to pose? No, you ain't got to. What the fuck is wrong with your voice, man? Gohan said, it's not my daddy. He's right here. He got slapped up hard. He was just like, y'all think y'all strong? Watch this. Ah! Everybody's like, oh, well, he said, check out the scouter, Chase. How strong am I? Ah! He was like, 23,000. Now y'all scared. 23,000 is 23,000.
Are you sure? He's like, yeah, and declining rapidly. But new body, new me.
Soon as Krillin realized that his power level was 23,000, he started stunting on him.
I've been waiting for this chance. I ain't been a one-on-one with Goku since childhood.
Just flew at him and teleported away. And then he kicked and missed. Smacked it. Pow! Gohan, get him! He was like, daddy!
Which, like, you learned nothing from Nappa, huh?
And they were just like, oh, A new power level. 6 o'clock. Goku just struggling, nigga. He was like, Gohan, Krillin, that's not me. We are aware. And then Gohan was just like, right, this shit fucking with me. This had imagination of his dad and him on Nimbus since him as Ginyu. Hey, Gohan, slap your damn daddy. Slap your damn daddy right now. Ginyu was like, why the fuck can't I fight too hard? What's going on? Goku giving him the blueprint to fucking beat him. He said, you gotta connect your mind and your soul. Calm down, concentrate. Try to connect your mind. Dad, what the fuck is wrong with you? Giving him,
He's getting better.
This said, hey, Chase, help me. Nigga, help me. This nigga says, Chase, like, oh, shit, my bad. And Vegeta said,
Vegeta came and started slapping his shit up.
Bruh. He said, you think you can do something with me? He said, I'm gonna get you for us. You been a bitch. What you gonna do? He was like, before you think that you hard, press that scouter. He said, what's pressing the scouter gonna do? You could, oh. No. He said, yes. Started whooping his ass. I don't even know how the Vegeta and Jace got into the ship. And then Vegeta just running. And this just Jace just busts out the fucking jump, pinned this to the wall, tried to punch, Vegeta moved. Pulled that shit out, it was nothing but steam. And Vegeta was like, ooh, it's terrifying when you don't know where I'm at. This Jace flew straight out the ship. Vegeta followed him, kicks him in the face, like makes him go like halfway upside down, karate chops hard into his side. This turned around, Vegeta got 5 fingers saying to the face right there. This was begging for his life. Really was. He said, no, Vegeta, no. Vegeta, do you always gotta do this?
There is no mercy in this dojo, Goku.
Ginyu was just like, oh, we ain't worried about your ass. If you came over here, I'd duff your ass off.
He started beatboxing, Goyu's shit up.
So bruh, he double axe handles him down. This Vegeta said, the winner! I was like, bruh, he was ready to kill Goku body, dog.
He was like, this gonna be my one chance to actually kill Kakarot. I gotta do it. Ginyu was like, body change. I'm sure I can connect with that body just fine.
Goku got in that way of that shit, changed. He like, thank God. Now back in my body, I'm a real I missed.
That shit flew at Bulma.
Bro, Vegeta took out all his aggression that he had on Kakarot on this nigga's body. Goku just like, bruh, he let you win on purpose. Vegeta did not give a This is one of my favorite pastimes, to beat up on weaker than me. This bet that body change. Goku threw a knuckleball, learning from Yamcha. I felt sorry for that frog. That's horrifying.
As them G-forces that frog got.
You know what's so funny? When Goku first got switched into Ginyu's body, the foreshadow was crazy, because as soon as he hit the ground, you see a yellow toad pop in front.
I didn't even pay attention to that.
The foreshadowing was crazy. I was just like, well.
A few moments later.
It was so funny because as soon as they were just like, he said, now let the party begin. Who's first? These dispersed. Even Dende beat feet. Dende picked up on them signs.
You on your own, Vegeta. You the Super Saiyan, right? Gotta go.
They end up doing like a little power class shit. So
I like how this whole time too, Frieza keeps being like pretend amazed at people's power. Because when they had that little clash, you can see Frieza's scouter going off, and he's like, "No way, it can't be. You are still at base form." Like, nigga.
I ain't even really like base. That's like lower -4 base.
Yeah, his base is his actual quote unquote final form, because that is his base.
As a kid, when he charged up a little bit and then he broke his Saiyan armor, I thought that was his next form.
I did too. We all did.
And then episode ended. That next episode is at Fighting Power 1 million. I'm like, just ripping off a little bit of armor? I could understand. Just think about it. You at the bus stop in 3rd grade, you fight another 3rd grader and this whooping your ass. Then this grow up to be a sophomore. You see the look on his face when he saw like Frieza getting taller?
Yeah, he was like, I really fucked up, dog. I need to start taking my vitamins and stop eating birds whole. And the coldest shit I think I've ever seen. Frieza's like, hey, Vegeta, so my power level's over 1 million now. You bullshitting, shut your ass up. Frieza holds his hand up and said, watch this. Flexes his fucking fingers and destroys the landscape. I was like, oh,
after that,
my God.
Vegeta did not want problems. So he was like, so I'm not taking any volunteers? So I will pick myself. Straight at fucking Krillin.
Horn through the fucking gut. That's one of the most torturous scenes Like, it looked grueling when he shoved his horn even deeper through.
Blood was going everywhere because everybody had Krillin's blood on them. And then Gohan like, flew up, got smacked the shit out about that tail. And then he making jokes and nobody was moving. He's like, oh, ride 'em, cowboy. Ooh, we doggy. And he just slung this off of his horn, let this fly into the water. And Gohan, bruh, this combo Gohan did was tough. Cause he started that shit off with a kick to the head. Monk. Then mink that with the right. Uppy to the stomachs. Uppies to the stomach. Uppercut to the face. Tap dance in this stomach. Kicked him away. This was so mad. This just started spamming everybody's moves. Crush a ball. He said, Jace move? He shot that bitch and Frieza was like, bro, I've seen this move 100 times. Block that bitch. He put his hands down. This Gohan for Saga. Boom. Right in his face. And then he hit that shit and shot the beams. Vegeta like, this doing my move too?
And then did a fucking throwable Masenko.
I don't even know what the fuck he threw. He said, here's my anger, my love, and my passion erupting. Bro. I was like, bro, this wrong anime, but you doing it. I swear it looked like he caught a body because that Frieza was halfway buried.
As Vegeta's just staring at him like, what in the fuck is this boy?
Soon as that shit didn't work, Gohan thought shit was still sweet. When he kicked, I think he like hit him and then grabbed him by the hair and then kicked this to the ground. It was just face to the ground. I didn't even know it was that gruesome because when he knocked Gohan to the ground, he put his foot on Gohan's head and you hear the cracking of his skull.
Yes.
And then right when he was doing that, Krillin showed up with a motherfucking Destructo disc. He had to backflip it. And then he was just like, bro, how are you handling this being impaled? Are you good? How the fuck did this happen?
He said, don't worry about it.
He said, this how I eat ass.
Nah, when he was throwing those Destructo discs,
he threw the one and it disconnected.
that shit was hard.
He's like, all right, feet. Took off. Frieza chased behind him. So he flew him over, found this like half-cracked mountain and just started using that shit to like him
Attempt to hide.
Yeah.
Frieza started playing it with him. He was like, ooh, a good game of cat and mouse.
And he was like, I'm getting sick of this shit. Shot a beam in the middle of that shit, smoked him out. Krillin tried to take off. Frieza caught up, and he was like, I was waiting for this shit, nigga. Solar flare! Caught his dumb ass. Then he took back off. When Frieza showed back up, Gohan like peered back up, and he was like, this nigga back up, and he's shining? This nigga was pretty far in the air.
Parting water. He parted that water so hard.
The water was cracking the land.
That Zenkai was crazy. How bad did Frieza beat your ass?
How?
Even Vegeta was like, Super Saiyan.
I was like, bro, stop using that word.
Stop saying this shit.
Frieza pulled up. He was like, all right, time to get this shit started. As soon as they was about to fly in, Piccolo, oral farming with meanest fucking entrance. The sound he made when he finally stopped sounded like a Honda dying. It just... He ended up flying to the ground.
When he first landed on the ground, like, Dende, go hide.
He said, he know my name? Everybody know me. What the fuck am I talking about? Shit, my money taller than me. Piccolo and Frieza started thumping. This is why I say at certain times, like Frieza talks shit, but when it comes to trying to beat you, he does not toy. No. Because he hits Piccolo down into like a little rock. No arrogant smile, nothing. This went to work like he was welding.
How you started Ki Blast on your face?
It's supposed to be a 9 to 5, but I'm working overtime.
This Piccolo stands up from the rubble like that's all you got?
Not that tear on my outfit, nigga. The fuck is wrong with you? He flew up to this Piccolo. Piccolo just standing there. But he punched this so hard, he went through this nigga. Wow!
But the thing about that part is, Frieza held his fist up first so he could see his fist and then punch through his head.
That cape didn't know how to flap.
The cape was still in place.
Bruh, that shit forgot physics. He double axe handled him so hard to the ground, now his clothes was fucked up. He was just like, oh, okay, you ain't playing. You got me bleeding. Took off the head, took off the shoulder pads, took the kufi off, charged up, and started wailing on this nigga.
That charge up looks so
so beautiful, bro.
That shit was gorgeous.
This is for all the people that you killed on Namek. And started wearing Frieza out. And he hit him with that one move. Caught him in that motherfucking move that everybody starts to do now by flying him down, slammed him onto the ground. He said, for better measure, Vegeta like, everybody doing my move now. Y'all pressing triangle. I am pressing triangle. So everybody's just like, yeah, he killed Frieza, yeah.
How many times did they say that? That was the third most used phrase this whole 10 episodes.
After that shit, him and Frieza was in the air, they flew down. He was just like, hey, Green Man, impressive. But you ain't get a chance to hit your homeboys. This isn't my first transformation. I got 2 left. So I'm about to do this shit again.
And in one of the several moments, they just allow him to stand there and transform.
Vegeta didn't. He went to Krillin, shoot me. What the fuck? We need you too. He was like, no, man, shoot me. And then during the third transformation, boy,
he wore Piccolo out.
And he was just like, oh, because he figured out he was stronger. Piccolo flew away. He was just like, yeah, he ain't gonna catch me because I got superior speed. Frieza right there waiting. You think that your superior speed is good, huh? Well, just so you don't run away, I'm gonna do one of the moves that I enjoy doing. Kneecap. Pa! He's like, ah! Yeah! He said, oh, that took you all the way out. How about you get 1,000? Put it out. Put it on, pum, 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 pum. Get it up, and a lit put a pum, pum, pum. Blowing
This
his
nigga made
shit.
a whole trap beat on Piccolo's chest.
Goku was in that healing chamber. He was like, why is Piccolo power level 7? Gohan went to fly at him. The episode ended.
Broken heart won't do.
The episode came back, and he was doing different combinations with them beams. He's like, underhand, overhand, left curve, slider. I was like, he said, 64 trigrams, Frieza palm. I was just like, it's making up moves against you. He says, is the little one coming? Boom! We hit this Piccolo harder. And then this tries to go up against Frieza. And I think this was a Masenko he did.
He
One-hander. Gohan started really pushing that shit. And tail hit the ground. And shit. Gohan was still pushing that shit.
He's like, nah, I gotta stop playing now. Shoots that shit back at Gohan. And that's when Piccolo comes in and deflects it.
I thought if I'm being real, I thought he smacked it at first. But he shot a beam to hit it away. After Piccolo dodged, deflected the beam, he started going to his fourth form. And that's when they brought, because Piccolo couldn't make it. So Gohan had to fly him over to Dende. He goes over there, heals Piccolo, right? In the midst of him transforming, he realizes that Dende was the healer.
Oh boy, you just wait till I'm done. Piccolo, Krillin, and Gohan were having a whole conversation after he finished powering up, waiting for the dust to settle. It was like, he's gonna be the most hideous, transformed, powerful thing we've ever seen. And then the dust settled. He's like, why he look like a Power Ranger villain?
In the midst of Dende healing Vegeta, he was like, thanks, kicked this little and then ran back to the fight. Gohan and Krillin was just like, bro, this weak as a bitch. This got all these transformations, still no hair. You ain't got hair either. This is a choice, Gohan. This is me showing my dedication.
To the monkhood. They didn't even see it happen. Dende was just on the ground.
Just smoke coming from him.
Now for the rest of you, they start all trying to bank him. That shit is doing nothing.
He dodging all that shit, staying in one place.
That's the one time they actually tried to bank him. By this point, it's too late.
Yeah, he was way too fucking strong then.
Way ahead of y'all by this point. Y'all should have done that in phase 2.
And then Vegeta kept talking like he was saying he was Super Saiyan. So Frieza was like, prove it.
Fight me.
Prove you a Super Saiyan.
What's up?
He said, Vegeta, this is gonna pain me more than this pains you. The hardest I ever seen, this ain't hard, but the saddest I ever seen from Vegeta is when he fully realized that he was not Frieza's equal. All he could do was cry. Real tears.
I went through so much for this moment, and
my arrogance got me killed.
I gave you the opportunity before. You didn't take it. You called me all types of names. I'm gonna fuck you up now.
He beat the dog shit out of Vegeta. I shouldn't have told him to transform in the first place.
He liver shot this 70 times.
Bruh, he scrambled his liver.
It was bleeding all over Frieza. He's still licking blood off his face. And they're just literally footsteps away. For even Frieza was look back at them and said, y'all can step in at any point in time.
No, I'm good. Just beating the shit out of him. Goku finally shows up and Vegeta, bro. He's like, yeah, my nigga, I was lying the whole time. That's the Super Saiyan right there. Planet Vegeta got a new Saiyan. He a bad motherfucker. Did you kill his best friend? His hair turned gold, glitter. How Goku walks up to it because he was just like, hey, y'all know the routine. Y'all waited for me. Y'all live. Matter of fact, that's crazy. That's the first time I seen y'all niggas not beat up in the battlefield. Welcome to the standing niggas. He was just like, we need to jump this nigga. He's like, nah, this me. When he put up his finger, Krillin said, watch out, jump. Piccolo just stood there like, what the fuck is wrong with this nigga, bro? Goku was Heisman in those motherfucking beams. And it's so crazy. They was so fast that they couldn't naturally see them.
And Goku was still smacking them bitches away. Yo, the way they started that fight was so crazy though. But them niggas started clashing. They can't even see the fight.
The clashing of their punches sent bodies flying, sent Bulma to a different part of the planet. So this tells you that Goku changes how he fights and he uses anything to his advantage. When they was in the mushroom cloud and he was shooting laser beams from his eyes, he figured out that he couldn't sense power levels. So Goku did a double Kamehameha underwater, made him stay and use him as torpedoes.
And then double kicked his ass so hard into the ground, it created another mushroom cloud. And Frieza survived that shit.
It was at one point Goku lost where Frieza was, but he was getting anxious, so he couldn't like sense his power level. But when he was just like looking around, he's like, busted! All right, I thought so many jokes on that one. Because back when I was a kid, it was like, let's be real. A girl can brush past you when you almost there. A girl go into your ear and be like, omelette de fromage. Busted!
Frieza's probably the best telekinetic in the show.
The best example of that shit is when he broke all that rock down. I thought he just launched it at Goku. No, he got it surrounding Goku, and Goku had to fight. Like, he didn't fight for his life, but this nigga just kept like him in a circle of just rocks going.
Yeah, that was when he threw the fucking island at him.
Oh, that shit was hard.
Yeah.
It was stupid of Goku to take an island to the face.
It was. That was
And
very
then he
stupid.
Sephiroth through that shit and then just goes up, dashes through that shit, look up, Frieza's there.
He playing ping pong with his stupid ass.
Bruh, this nigga was hitting him down, using him as like a volleyball and saving it like he Nishinoya. That shit was hard as a
Said
bitch.
can't let it hit the ground, it'll blow up.
Then he finally hits him to the ground or some shit, then he blew up. That was the first like damage that you seen from Goku because his outfit was tore up. And then that's when Frieza was just like,
I'll let you decide where you want to fight. On the ground, nigga. You are too good in the air.
yeah, bro. He said, I'm a ground guy right now.
All right, I'm gonna put my hands away. I'm gonna beat your ass with my feet.
I'll tell you this now, though. The first clean hit was the tail because his dumb ass didn't think about that tail being a weapon.
Frieza was beating his ass with that tail too. The whole fight.
At one point, bruh, I laughed so hard in it because he was still had his arms wrapped. He grabbed him by the tail. Goku grabbed that shit. He said, is that me, Musty?
He's like, nah, I was just in the healing tank. I should not be that bad.
And he threw that nigga. Then he teleported to where he was at. Frieza noticed that shit. Teleports behind him. Whips him with the tail. Goku grabs it again. He was like, nigga, that's you out this bitch humming. He said, my nigga, you smell homeless.
How long were you sitting in that goddamn wheelchair unbathed, nigga?
You smell like burnt moose.
Frieza get pissed off. Like, how dare you insult me like that? Wraps his tail around this nigga's face. After just in saying that this nigga stink, you still got a taste of him anyway. Yeah, y'all sayings are sick niggas,
Bruh,
yeah.
nah, Goku kicked him hard.
Started wearing this nigga down, forced him to use his arms.
Yeah, I'm done with that shit now.
He's like, the bet's off. And so is me playing with you now. I've only been using a fraction of my power. And now it's time to show you how much more I got.
And then you just flew into me with your elbow to my nose.
Broke that shit.
Bruh.
I have to embarrass you to show you that you may have been the strongest fighter I fought so far, but you still ain't shit.
In the other world, you see King Kai just like all worried. Tien was like, oh, don't worry. He hasn't been using Kaioken at all. King Kai said, will you shut up? He been using that bitch the whole time.
And it's still getting beat. That nigga was like, Chris Tucker and Rush Hour, which one of y'all hit me? It's only one of them.
He was like, bro, closest nigga that could have hit you is way the fuck over there with your child. He said, touch me again, Piccolo, I'ma fuck you up. It ain't me. At one point, when he realized he couldn't do anything to Frieza, that was the first time you seen Goku slightly intimidated.
Yes, he was actually scared. He's like, what in the fuck am I gonna do? He is a threat to the universe. I have to do something.
And then he kept getting worked. And then he was just like, bro, I'm the last line of defense.
And I'm not even a fraction of his power.
And then Goku was underwater, and every time he poked his head, he shot a beam to make it so you couldn't get your breath back.
And then held his ass underwater. That's when Goku started hallucinating about all this shit Frieza was gonna do if he died.
He seen pictures of his family, Roshi, a burning KFC. He's like, my food, nigga? Goku, gets charged up so bad, he's so fucking hard. He evaporated most of the lake just so he can breathe. This nigga killed the ecosystem just so he can finish this fight. So then Goku ended up going Kaioken times 20, shooting Frieza with a Kamehameha.
He shot everything he had at Frieza. All it did was singe his fingertips. He just started beating Goku's ass some more.
Bruh, he hit Goku so fucking hard, half of his body was in the water and the other was out.
Beating his ass so bad, he started hallucinating again. Started hallucinating Vegeta.
I'm gonna tell you how crazy this is. For a nigga to punch you so hard, in your mind, you see a ass naked Vegeta. You've never seen him as a kid, but you
Never seen his dad, never seen your dad.
He was like, you gotta beat him, Goku. When I was a kid, he made me wear a tutu over my fucking gear.
He made me play dress up.
Then he got back into the fight.
That's when that nigga was like, we lift our hands in the sanctuary.
We lift our hands. What is he doing singing?
Is he giving up? What the fuck is he doing? Goku just sitting there like this. And this lasted 2 episodes. Piccolo tells Gohan and Krillin give him what's left of their energy. He attempts to help Goku. And this was so funny to me. As he's trying to distract Frieza, he throws a ki blast at Frieza's dick. And then continued to throw ki blast at Frieza's dick.
My nigga is nothing there. Teleported behind Piccolo, grabbed his shoulder meat. I keep thinking about that every time.
Yeah.
I'm Piccolo. I'm green in this bitch. Frieza grabbing shoulder meat in this bitch, nigga. Fuck. And then he landed by Goku. He said, how much longer you need? Not too long, my nigga. 30 minutes.
Frieza foot stood over top of Piccolo, looked at Goku and said, I'm gonna finish you off in a minute, but I gotta be courteous and kill this nigga first. And that's when Gohan and Krillin intervenes, shoots a blast from both directions, which was hard.
And then Frieza was just like, you know what? I'm about to kill all y'all niggas one at a time.
By blowing up this goddamn planet.
Bro. When he shoot the spirit bomb, for real, nigga, as a kid, I thought it was over.
We all did. Goku said afterwards, he collected energy from the solar system. He touched that shit and it was pushing him back with so much force. You see blood vessels in his ass popping.
Yeah.
That spirit bomb has so much force, it was pushing the ocean back. That shit erupted. All them niggas said, hit the deck!
That joint said, kabloom. I was like, damn. King Cash ended up feeling it. He's like, oh, they killed Frieza. Happy day. Oh, hell yeah. Happy day. And you see Krillin and Gohan, and they flying around, bro. It was nothing but water on that planet.
They see Piccolo green ass popping out the water and grabs Goku out of the water as well. Both of them niggas just sitting on the landscape like, we did it.
He's like, nah. Like, Krillin, what the fuck happened? We forgot about Bulma. Don't scare me like that, bruh.
She's more scary than Frieza until that nigga actually saw Frieza. Then he was like, I was like, that 90s ass sound effect. Frieza is so powerful. He withstood the attack from an entire solar system, and all it did was break off a piece of his tail.
And then Frieza was just like, y'all done pissed me off a little bit too much.
That's when he started going for death blows. He was like, I've had enough of y'all. I don't know what other tricks y'all got in y'all sleeve, and I don't want to know. Time to kill.
And then you see Goku getting a little upset.
I ain't done yet. I'm killing everybody here, and he really won't waste no time. Went for Krillin immediately.
He said, Frieza, stop this!
Lit that nigga off like a firework. Just imagine blowing up from the inside.
Soon as you see Goku start getting mad, pause that shit off of Crunchyroll. I went straight to YouTube. 2001, Dragon Ball Z Funimation. Whoever did the music for that was tough, because as soon as he first time flashed, it was just like the person who was conducting the music got confused. As soon as he was like, ah, you seen that shit on the end? It was like, I loved that music. It was just like the hero is triumphant right now.
And then was like, Gohan, go.
Bro, he did not give him a calm one. The first voice was calm, the face won't. Face card was like, I will punch you right now. He charged up the speech. This nigga said, this is the last time I'm gonna tell you. I bet you that shit like echoed. And this nigga Frieza was like, bro, the audacity to believe that I'm gonna let you tell my audience to go home and I didn't let them go home.
Frieza said, the on-air light is still on.
Point this figure up, Goku was there. That held his hand, bro. The shit that's crazy, he held his hand so fucking hard, you had to charge up to get out. Oh my God, thank God, bro. You almost broke my shit. Good Lord, he was toying with Frieza at first. This nigga blocked a fucking death beam with his chin. That's crazy.
Frieza was basically like, I still have more power. Goku was like, I ain't gonna let you do it.
No.
I'm gonna fuck you up now. Just to turn around and let him do it. And then King Kai was like, what you doing?
Goku, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Goku, please, bro, don't let him do this shit.
If you don't answer me, I'm gonna start telling jokes. Knock, knock. Who's there? Dumbass saying, kill him. He's like, King Kai, if I let him power up all the way and beat him, he'll never come back. That was the wrong answer, by the way, because he comes back like 7 times after this.
He's a comeback king, huh?
Exactly.
You remember I told you this on the earlier pod. I was like, bro, when Goku let him go 100%, Frieza was mixing his shit up when he got there immediately.
Absolutely, yes.
I was just like, bro, he beating the shit out of Goku. When he was mixing Goku shit up, he picked him up and threw him and then slammed him on the ground. He hit that nigga so hard the colors changed. That was just Goku going through a fucking concussion. You had to hit a nigga hard for everything to be purple. Throughout most of that battle, Frieza was getting the upper hand, and it felt like Goku was letting him.
I feel like he was just gauging, all right, how much stronger is he now? I'm gonna let him hit me a lot.
Meanwhile,
Gohan ended up getting Piccolo to the ship. When his mom popped up on that shit, I ain't gonna even lie, I understood the questions Master Roshi was saying because we need answers.
Gohan just being disobedient and walking off.
Nah, that was him walking away from like being a fucking child. I got shit I gotta do. Right when that happened and he flew away, I think to look for Bulma, right?
Yeah.
That's when Frieza was just like, bruh, this shit ain't fair. I'm gonna make it fair.
He's like, that's all, folks.
Wow! Blue Korra. Do you understand how f***ed up that is to witness as a mom? Your son flew off and then everything just
And that shit was so forceful. King Kai thought the planet got blown up until Kami was like, Hey, King Kai, you up there? Oh shit, you alive, Kami? That mean Piccolo alive. Let me antennas. Oh shit, the planet's still there. Frieza just blew the back out that bitch.
Yes, he did, bruh.
Goku was like, so you ain't have the heart to kill both of us, huh? He's like, you think I'm that stupid? This is why you're a Saiyan and I'm the superior species. You got 5 minutes, and I'm gonna beat your ass in 5 minutes and then get the fuck up out of here. Those 5 minutes lasted 7 episodes.
Meanwhile,
Finds Bulma, saves her, because she was almost gone.
The shit she got into, while everybody else was fighting, she was fighting the elements.
She wasn't even screaming regular. She was like, real.
I don't want to remember.
She never talked about Namek again. He gets her, gets to the ship. It go back to Goku and Frieza thumping, right? Well, first off, he holds the Kamehameha. This nigga Frieza gets mad, teleported behind him. Goku was like, nigga, you thought that I didn't see you go behind me? He didn't even say the words Kamehameha. That nigga just went.
He just held it.
And then he shot the beam, and then Frieza was just flying into that bitch.
And pushing it back with just his body.
And then like Goku used all his energy and he spin moved off of that shit, ran into Goku into the ground, and then Goku got enveloped in fucking lava. As a kid, I thought he killed him.
Absolutely. Because everybody was like, I can't sense Goku anymore. Oh no, he lost. And that's when Gohan was like, I'm the last Saiyan alive. If I leave this planet, he's coming to Earth. I have to be the sacrifice. For a 5-year-old,
That's
to
hard.
think that way, like, Bulma, just go. Somebody has to stop him. Gohan pulls up, like, somebody has to stop you. Ah! Flies off.
Yeah. He was like, what the fuck is this little nigga doing?
No, you're not going nowhere now. You are the last Saiyan. I'm gonna fuck you up. Gohan just kept running. He's like, what the fuck is he? Oh, you think you smart. You stalling until the planet blows up. Got you, I'm gonna beat your ass.
Started playing with this nigga.
And then he made the grave mistake of saying,
He said, beg for your life like your dad did. My dad begged for his life? This nigga went Lord Slug Goku Super Saiyan.
hit the out of Frieza.
And then gut punched him like a bitch. And he said, I know what 5 fingers say to the face. What does 10 fingers say to Frieza? Masego! I love that fucking move. I don't know why now.
It's for Frieza to be standing there in the dust.
Yeah, and he was just like, oh, I'm not gonna bullshit you no more. In the meantime, all this shit happening, King Kai, I'll say this. When he realized that Kami was alive, he came up with a great fucking plan.
a few moments later.
Popo got all the Dragon Balls. Make the wish. He was like, make the wish. He ended up bringing back everybody who Frieza and his henchmen killed. So in the midst of Gohan fighting against Frieza, Purunga comes back. King Kai was like, you need to get somebody to be able to talk to Purunga. And then he went and got Dende.
When King Kai and Kami are having that conversation and Goku interferes in it to say, hey, I know y'all want to wish everybody with Frieza back to Earth. Leave me here too. King Kai's like, first of all, how are you interfering in our conversation? Because you want included in this call. This is a 2-way, not a 3-way. Second, you're in the middle of a fight and you see Goku blocking hits and attacks and shit in the middle of having a full-blown conversation with them. That is talent.
And Frieza is exceptional too because he picked up that he was talking to them.
Afterwards, he's like, all right, you back now?
He said, I'm glad that you finished with your call because I'm about to disconnect your line. I was like, Frieza with the bars. It'd have been a crazy turn of events because Frieza got to the dragon first.
It would have been completely different if that dragon didn't require you to speak Namekian. Even Goku after the fact was like, you did get there first. That would have been crazy if you had gotten it. Back to the fight.
I love that little reaction that him seeing Goku as Super Saiyan. That's what Super Saiyan looks like now, Vegeta. He was like, you dog, you dirty dog, you did it.
You son of a bitch.
Frieza was like, wait a minute, how the hell are you here? Is you a ghost? He said, can a ghost do this? He was like, yes. Now, everybody who was on Namek goes back to Earth. That's when Goku started fighting Frieza for real.
From that point on, Goku was beating his ass.
It won't close anymore. Then started toying with him. Like just teleporting to where he was teleporting to, chasing after him. Then it was one time when Frieza ran away and then went behind a boulder and Goku was on the other side. Then when he broke it, then he was behind him. Frieza was getting so mad that out of nowhere, Goku just said, it's done. What the fuck you mean it's done? You now have PTSD. Did you just diagnose me, nigga? He went back to regular.
He went back to base form and flew away.
He threw that Destructo Disc, hit Goku in the face, and then just continued to do the same thing over. Fly at him, try to get that Destructo Disc, hit him. And then the one time when he dashed at him and shot the beam, and then the Destructo Disc was coming back, he jumped up. This nigga, Randy Savage, elbow dropped him at the top of the dome, cracked his shit. And then when he knocked him down after he elbow dropped him, he literally like, yo, get down, because that Destructo Disc cut him in half. Even amongst all of that, Goku was still trying to save you.
You killed his best friend, his future best friend, and threatened his son, and he still allowed you to live.
He literally was trying to save you. You got cut in half. He was walking away. And you talk about all these other niggas begging. Your ass was Keith Sweat begging. And Goku gave him energy. And soon as he was able to fly again, all he did was just surround Goku and just talk shit.
He was circling him like, where you think you're gonna go, boy?
He said, I can breathe in space. He said, what you gonna do? You gonna figure this shit out, nigga?
Vegeta already destroyed my ship. Your ship too far away. About to boil in this bitch. Red Lobster, nigga.
No more garlic biscuits. You just mad because you got beat by a nigga that you thought you were superior than. Bitch ass nigga flew away.
Frieza dumbass was like, nah, I ain't going out like a bitch. I'm gonna use what little bit of energy I got to float to shoot at the person who just saved me. Goku got so pissed off.
Ended that nigga quickly. And after that, Goku just trying to find a ship.
Doesn't succeed very well, at least from what we saw.
It looked like the planet blew up and he did not find one. Goku just flying in the middle of the air. That nigga said, kaboom.